Well, hello friends, and welcome to another WSIB Truth Matters with Joe Machado, where I separate the truth from bullshit, facts from fiction in plain English. I hope you're having a great summer. It's definitely started, and it's a hot one. And hopefully it'll continue for a while, although you may want to take some precautionary measures to stay out of the heat and well hydrated in these extreme heat and humidity. Anyway, my friends, I want to talk to you about something that I think is going to be very helpful for you over the next summer months in terms of how to deal with WSIB, as they all seem that between June and August, it's holiday time for everyone. We want to be able to let them know that that's not the case. All right? Without any further delay, let's get at it. Welcome back, and to my friends at the WSIB, my regular salute. Well, friends, when I was operating my paralegal firm for over 3 decades, as many of you know, we built the largest paralegal firm in Ontario with over 10,000 clients all over the province. One of the things that we noticed over a period of 3 decades, and something that really hasn't changed, is this attitude or a culture within the WSIB that for the 3 months of summer, June, July, and August, and sometimes beyond that, they would use holidays as a way to pretty much refuse to communicate and conduct business and make decisions in a timely manner. Well, as we know, everybody's entitled to holidays, whether it's a week or a month. But at the end of the day, your issues aren't seasonal. Claims get denied. They always find a way to deny claims or deny certain types of entitlement, or not respond to communication, not process an intent to object form or a hearing ready form. They seem to find all sorts of ways and excuses to delay communication. But as we know, mortgage payments, rent payments, car payments, loan payments, putting food on the table, paying the hydro bill, all of these things don't take a break. There is no holiday. Life continues for these 3 months of the summer. So we developed a 3-point strategy on how to deal with these people, to make sure that A, you're continuing to do what you need to do to make sure that you get decisions made on a timely basis, get your LOE payments or healthcare benefits paid, or B, ensure that somebody is going to be on the fucking hot coals for not doing their job. So it's a strategy that involves how to address issues and then how to make sure that everything is documented in the event that you need to escalate the matter. So strategy 1, and I'm going to put it up here on the screen so you can make notes if you wish, or always go back to this video for reference. I call it the paper trail, a trick for communication delays. So here's the trap. This is what happens. People end up leaving voicemails, one after the other over multiple days. And of course, frustration builds. And then you let it consume every minute of every day that you really should be either in treatment or spending some quality time with your family without having to worry whether or not you're going to get paid. So what I suggest is do not leave 5 voicemails a day. Leave 1. They're easy to ignore. And there is no official record that you're able to then rely on to demonstrate that you made that call. So what's the action? What should you do? Use the online secure portal to upload your updates directly in writing, because when you do that, there is a timestamp of when it was uploaded, when that message was made, and that timestamp doesn't get erased. I always suggest, even though you get a confirmation once an online submission has been made, there's an automatically generated email confirmation. I would suggest that you don't always rely on those, and take a screenshot in the event that you need to refer to it, and just put it in your folder. But you want to do this. You want to be able to communicate your concerns in writing at that time. What else do you want to do? Well, the WSIB rule. They do have a rule. They have a policy that describes how and when they should return calls. And usually it's done within 1 business day, not 3 months or 2 weeks or 5 weeks while somebody was on their holidays sipping pina coladas wherever the hell they go. That's for you, my friends, huh? What do you write in your message when you upload it? I'm going to put it up here. This is what you want to write. I have left messages on X date, so put your date there, and no reply. This is a formal request for a callback under the WSIB service commitment. Put that in your message, get it uploaded, okay? Why is this important? Well, this becomes a permanent evidence in your electronic file that your case manager is failing their service standards. And so in the event that, and all of these things can happen within the span of 24, 48 hours, don't let it go beyond that. Be very aggressive on making sure that you're doing this and following these steps so that you're going to be able to illustrate how negligent they are in handling your requests, because there's no excuse for going more than that, especially for an organization that is well funded like they are, where they can pay themselves hundreds of thousands of dollars and give billions of dollars back to employers. There's really absolutely no reason why you should be sitting around waiting for one of these fuckers to get back to you, okay? Because your issues are important. Strategy number 2, unsticking a frozen LOE payment. And this is where you get the matter escalated to a manager. So what happens around this? Well, the crisis is WSIB often freezes LOE payments, and they can just claim that they're waiting for a form or a doctor's note or a functional abilities form and any one of those stupid things, whether or not they actually made a request for it, right? But they'll try to claim that this was the case. And this is why it's so important to ensure that you don't give them that out, that you don't give them plausible deniability. And this whole process is surrounded around ensuring that you take away any sort of excuse that they may be able or may try to come up with for neglecting to look after your situation. Every case manager should have an assigned backup person when they go on holidays or for whatever reason, and a team lead covering their files. So a team lead is a manager, someone who can address issues that your case manager or the backup case manager isn't doing, okay? Then this is what you do. If you don't get a return call or a response to that message, and I suggest that you do everything in writing, whether you want to do a letter and upload it or whether you want to use the internal messaging system and upload that. With the internal messaging system, you don't get a printout of what was actually stated in your message. So I suggest that before you click submit on your message, that you take a screenshot of that so that you can upload when you reach out to a manager, okay? And this is the script that you can write in that message that you're submitting to the manager. My LOE benefit payment is withheld. My case manager is unresponsive and I am facing financial hardship. Please connect me directly with the covering team manager right now, okay? So this script can be used in two instances. One is you can contact customer service and ensure that you're reading out this message, that you're not getting any response from your case manager or a backup case manager, and that you need the contact information to the manager. So you can either do it verbally with customer service, or you can do it in a message through their two-way internal messaging system. What's the goal? Well, the goal is do not under any circumstances hang up or allow them to try to push you to hang up until you have that person's name, the manager's name, and the contact information so you can get in touch with them. All right? These are your rights. These are your benefits. Don't let anybody push you off of them.
Struggling with a denied claim or unfair treatment at work? Navigating WSIB disability claims or human rights issues is overwhelming. At LegalPro Connect, we bridge the gap between you and the legal help that you need. We connect you with successful Ontario lawyers and paralegals who fight for your rights. Don't face it alone. Protect your future with LegalPro Connect. Visit us today, because at LegalPro Connect, the truth matters.
Their number, in case you don't have it handy, it's 1-800-387-0750. The third part of the strategy is deploy the service concern form and the Fair Practices Commission. Now, usually managers will respond if you implement this system or these two strategies that I've just gone over. But if a manager doesn't respond, then there's an official service concern form that you can fill out. It's online, and fill out that form, and that'll go directly to the manager. This is a form where you talk about inability to get in touch with your case manager or manager. You're not getting a response to your inquiries. And so you want to make sure that in this form, you're just addressing a lack of communication problem that is obviously preventing you from getting information that you need pertinent to your claim. The next step is, if the service manager, or if that doesn't yield any results, then, and I don't really have a lot of confidence, actually I don't have any confidence in the Fair Practices Commission, but in this case, for the purposes of this strategy, I think being able to tick off that box, and if there's no response from the Fair Practices Commission, or they're just feeding you another line of bullshit, you're at least able to demonstrate to the next level, when you escalate this, that even the Fair Practices Commission dropped the ball. Okay? I'm not going to talk about that next strategy, but it involves some pressure within the hierarchy. And these are things that we developed a process for, and we provide this service and these suggestions and tools under our service plan with our firm, LegalPro Connect. And you can visit LegalProConnect.com at the address below. We provide a wide range of tools and services for injured workers who are experiencing any type of issue with their claim, including matching that individual with the proper lawyer or paralegal to handle the case on a going forward basis, should you require that. But anyway, this strategy is to contact the Fair Practices Commission. There's supposed to be an independent ombudsman for the WSIB. Why, I don't know, because there is an Ontario ombudsman that can handle these matters. I don't understand the reason for this duplicity. In any event, when you contact the Fair Practices Commission, this is what you want to let them know. WSIB has cut off my LOE. My worker's on holiday, the manager's not responding, and I cannot pay my bills. The Fair Practices Commission can force WSIB to review your file within days. Yes, that's what they claim to be able to do. This is what they say that they're going to do. But if you want to have my opinion on the Fair Practices Commission, I did 2 videos on this, and I stick by my opinions to this day because I have no faith in them. But anyway, I suggest that you follow these processes, and hopefully you don't have to go to the Fair Practices Commission or anywhere else to get your concerns addressed. And I believe that in most cases a manager will contact you promptly because they don't want to be raked under the coals by a director. So, summary for the 3 strategies. You want to have a portal paper trail for communication. That is crucial. Demand that the team manager has dealt with LOE holdups. And number 3, submit a service concern form or a call to the Fair Practices Commission. These should be able to force them to make sure that they're communicating promptly, certainly within 48 hours. So if there's been a week that has gone by since you have attempted this and followed through with this strategy and no one's getting back to you, by all means, I seriously recommend that you get in touch with us at LegalProConnect.com because it seems like you're going to need some professional help, and we can provide that service. All right, my friends. If you are dealing with such a situation at this moment, please comment down below and tell us what's going on. And please hit that subscribe button on this channel so that you never miss a video. It's free, and that we're able to continue to talk about these issues in our videos.